Wrong price, wrong time of night. So this is short. Had a guy come in. He was buying about $5 worth of items. We have a sale on brownie mixes where they are $1. Well, one rang up full price, so not an issue, it's slow. So I walk with him to the display. The one that rang up is excluded, but understandably it's with the dollar ones. So he goes, see, they all say $1. I simply said, well, the ones at the bottom. The one he had don't have the dollar tag. He then says, don't effing argue with me. I'm like, okay, no problem. Sorry, sir, I wasn't arguing, just pointing out the sale. Well, he just says, you were arguing, just effing take it off. So I come around the counter, and he's swearing the whole time. So when I get to the register, I was just, look, do you want me to just cancel the transaction? He swore a bit more and declared he wanted me to just cancel it all. I smiled, said, okay, you have a great night, sir. And then he paced back and forth for a few seconds, huffed and stormed out. Not sure if he wanted me to argue with him or concede and just make it $1. Had he not been confrontational, I honestly would have just adjusted the price to $1 since the signs were misleading. Instead, he decided to throw a big boy tantrum over what came to 35 cents.
T-bone steaks are $1. So this one happened a number of years back now. I was working the cash one night at a large grocery chain here in Canada. It was a pretty slow night, only a few customers in our type of evening. I was standing at my register and talking to one of my co-workers when a lady and her kid pull up to my lane and starts unloading her shopping cart that had about a dozen large packages of T-bone steaks. I didn't think too much of it at first, since sometimes people come in with big orders for BBQs. I finished scanning her order and gave her the total, a few $100s, as each pack was about $20 to $25. She immediately goes full Karen and yells at me, you scanned those wrong, they are $1 each. I asked her if she meant the steaks and she yelled again, yes, of course, the steaks. I explained to her that steaks are priced by weight and they couldn't be $1 each. She continues to freak out and yells some more about how I'm an idiot and will never amount to anything. I was in college at the time and I'm a fairly successful accountant now, for the record. Her kid is standing there the whole time looking horrifying, but also like they've seen this before. She then yells, if you're calling me a liar, come and see and I'll show you they're $1 each. As I said, it's a slow night, so I say sure and follow her to the cooler section. Once there, she points to a sign near the strict cooler and yells, look, it says right there $1 each, or can you not read? I look at the sign, look back at the woman and say, well, ma'am, it does say $1 each. For the bottles of ketchup in the display the sign is clearly hanging off of. She looks at the sign again and realizes her mistake, but yells one more time, well, why would you put it so close to the steaks? With that, she storms off. Her kid looked so embarrassed. To this day, it was one of the most satisfying things that has happened on the job.
Check out my other marvelous videos.